Hello there everybody, Sam Strains here, welcome back to the Railway and welcome back to a brand new series of Express reviews. The first one I'm going to be looking at is this. It's a Great Western Barclay 060 tank by Electrotren I think, commissioned by Golden Valley Hobbies, and I had no idea that this model existed until I saw it in the shops. So that made me wonder, did you guys know this thing existed? Because, you know, it is a shame if it's not very well known, because I picked this up for 50 quid. Yeah, I know, I couldn't resist it. And for that price, it really is a fantastic model. Anyway, I'm going to get this out and show you what it is. Anyway, on the end of the box, you can see that this is GV2017, Great Western Railway 060, steam locomotive number 629. And if I show you on the back of the box, you can see that as well as being made by Electrotren and commissioned by Golden Valley Hobbies, it's also produced by Hornby Hobbies. Hornby has something to do with it. Now, I don't know what they have to do with it. It could just be that they provided the block of ice packaging or the couplings or something like that. No idea. But anyway, let's get this out and see what it's like. It's a lovely little thing. It really caught my eye when I was sort of searching online for other locomotives I might fancy. Anyway, if I just take this out then, put that to one side, you get a couple of bits in the box. You just get these exploded diagrams, not too interesting, and other instructions and such. But I'm going to get straight on with the locomotive today since this is an express review. So I'll take it out of this block of ice sort of thing. I'll take this outer sleeve off and unclip this and we'll have a look at the loco. It's a very tiny little thing, very impressive really. There it is, number 629, the little Great Western 060 tank engine. Fantastic. 50 quid, can't beat it, can you? Anyway, I'm going to get this reviewed for you, but first of all, here is a little bit of history on the locomotives. So there really is very little information available about these, other than the fact that they were Great Western locomotives designed for the use on metros and other short trips between 1910 and 1920. They were built by Andrew Barclay Sons & Co, and they specialised in producing small and basic locomotives, normally for industrial use, but I think this one might have done passenger work. And at least one of these particular locomotives still exists today. It's called Ajax and it's in a sort of black livery, and that can be found on the Isle of Wight. And Golden Valley Hobbies did make a model of that one as well. And there it is then, the beautiful Barclay 060 tank. And I reckon the thing that caught my eye was the fact that the cylinders were on the outside, as you can see there. So that is a lovely touch. But as I'm sure you can tell, it is a very well detailed model, especially on the moulded detail front. As you can see by the tanks, there are so many rivets moulded onto there, it's incredible really. And the paintwork is also very nicely done. The tanks have the yellow lining around them, and in fact the side of the cab does as well. And there you can see the running number has been printed onto there very nicely, 629. And then you've got some sort of crest on there as well. I can't quite tell what that says, but it looks legible to me. The front of the smoke box, again, very nicely detailed, only moulded detail, nothing separately fitted there, but as you can see it has been painted. The front buffer beam has the running number written on it there, and again that is very well riveted, and the buffers aren't sprung but they are painted into that white, which is quite interesting. Even the centre of the wheels, the axles, have been painted into the red, which is an interesting touch. And inside the cab, while there isn't any glazing or anything like that, there is a small amount of paintwork, as you can see, with the gold detailing on there. And for £50 that really isn't bad. Mostly it is plastic. Your sort of whistles and safety valves here are just part of the moulding, it appears, but there are a small amount of separately fitted parts, including these, I think they're pipes, aren't they, on the side of the cab here. A very, very nice model. So yeah, that is just about all I've got to say on that. I'm sure it speaks for itself for the most part, so let's get it down onto the track and see just how well it runs. So there she is at the back then, coupled to a nice little red coach, which I thought really suited her actually. Then on the middle line I have my Terrier Whitechapel, which you've never seen before on my channel, and she has a couple of Southern coaches, and on the inner line the LBSC E2 with some box cars. But let's try and get this Barclay 060 running then. I'm just going to give her a tiny bit of power and see how she does at slow speeds. There you go, look at that. That is absolutely unbelievably slow. It is fantastic. The only issue I have is that it doesn't do very well over the points. I found when I took it apart, that the pickups don't push very hard onto the wheels, so there isn't great contact there, but generally it is extremely good. So let me get her moving at a better speed. There we go. And let's start the Terrier as well then. There she goes, struggling very slightly on the points, and the E2. And while these guys run, see if you can figure out which other 060 tank engines are hiding on the layout. Well, it's running very well, as you can see. I've kept it at a nice slow speed because I just think that suits it best. There she comes. For £50, I mean, it's just brilliant, isn't it? It really, really is. I'm so glad I spotted it. But you can get them at £50 too. It's not like I got it in the sale or anything. That is the price that they charge for it. So it's great. And now for my ratings then on the Barclay 060. Detail 8 out of 10, performance 9 out of 10, character 9 out of 10, build quality 10 out of 10, value for £50 10 out of 10, leaving her overall 9.09 out of 10, and into the ranking she goes 5th, just above the Berkshire and below the L1. She's not a fantastic model for her detail, but her build quality and the price really, really pulls her up. That Terrier is lovely as well, isn't it? I've got to review that. And the E2 also running very, very nicely. Superb little runner, isn't it? And actually, I did say it wasn't great on the points, and when I first tested it, it wasn't, but it seems to be getting better and better actually. I don't think it stopped today. Oh, as I was saying that, I just saw it jerk, but no, it didn't stop. It's very, very good. Well, there you have it then, folks. Just a quick review. I do hope you enjoyed seeing her. If you did enjoy the video, please leave it a like or even a comment, because I love it when you get in touch. But for now, folks, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to check out the Facebook and Twitter pages if you'd like to. And they're at facebook.com/samstrains or twitter.com/samstrains. But that is it for today, everybody. So I will see you all very soon. Alright, cheers everyone.